नमस्कार दोस्तों, सादर प्रणाम। आप सबों का हार्दिक स्वागत है मेरे इस यूट्यूब चैनल में, जहां पर आप सबों को लगातार ज्ञान का स्तर तो बढ़ाया ही जा रहा है और एंटरटेनमेंट के माध्यम से आपको पढ़ाया भी जा रहा है। अगर आपका ये चैनल आपके लिए योग्य है तो जरूर आप इसे शेयर और सब्सक्राइब कर दें, ताकि मैं लगातार इस तरह के वीडियोज अपलोड करूँ तो आपको बेल नोटिफिकेशन दबाने के पश्चात आपका ये नोटिफिकेशन मिल जाए। तो आज का टॉपिक बहुत ही बेहतरीन टॉपिक है। 4 महत्वपूर्ण बातों पर होगी पूरा ओवरऑल डिस्कशन। बने रहिए अंतिम तक, वरना इस कंसेप्ट को लेना उतना आसान नहीं होगा। इंग्लिश में होगा, सो डोंट वरी अबाउट इट। आई विल ट्राई माई बेस्ट टू एक्सप्लेन इन माई वन सिंपल टूटी फूटी इंग्लिश में बात करूंगा, ठीक है? तो बने रहिए, अंत तक देखिए, अच्छा रहेगा। चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। क्वेश्चन नहीं है बल्कि पूरा टॉपिक ही है। स्पेशल लीव पिटीशन वर्सेस रिव्यू पिटीशन वर्सेस क्यूरेटिव पिटीशन वर्सेस मर्सी पिटीशन। बहुत सारा पिटीशन मैंने बताया। स्पेशल लीव पिटीशन, रिव्यू पिटीशन, क्यूरेटिव पिटीशन, मर्सी पिटीशन। व्हाट आर द डिफरेंसेस बिटवीन देम? सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया हैज रिसेंटली पास्ड मेनी इंपॉर्टेंट जजमेंट, जिसने पूरी भारत की मतलब न्याय व्यवस्था को बदल के रखने की कोशिश की है। ट्रांसफॉर्म इंडिया। लेट्स सी व्हाट इज दिस। कनेक्टेड विद दिस जजमेंट 4 टर्म्स मैंने जैसे बताया कि स्पेशल लीव पिटीशन, रिव्यू पिटीशन, क्यूरेटिव पिटीशन और फाइनली मर्सी पिटीशन। क्या डिफरेंसेस है इसमें चर्चा हो जाएगा आज। व्हाट इज द स्पेशल लीव पिटीशन? देखिए, स्पेशल लीव पिटीशन दैट इज SLP इज ए पिटीशन सीकिंग स्पेशल परमिशन फ्रॉम सुप्रीम कोर्ट टू अपील अगेंस्ट ए जजमेंट पास्ड इन एनी वन ऑफ द लोअर कोर्ट या ट्राइब्यूनल्स इन इंडिया। SLP is not an appeal, but a petition filed for an appeal. The Supreme Court may accept or reject the same. Constitutional provisions behind special leave petition. Constitutional provisions. Okay, क्या है आखिर constitutional provisions के बारे में, SLP के बारे में? देखिए, special leave to appeal is filed before the Supreme Court under Article 136. Under Article 136, special leave petition is described. Can High Court review its order if SLP is rejected by the Supreme Court? Dismissal of an SLP against an order or judgment of a lower form is not an affirmation of the same. High courts can still review its one judgment even if the SLP is rejected by the Supreme Court. High Court can still review its one judgment even if an SLP is rejected by the Supreme Court. Supreme Court has also clarified that it will not make any differences whether the review petition was filed before the filing of special leave petition or was filed after the dismissal of the special leave petition. What is a review petition? A review petition is a petition in which it is prayed before the court of law to review its order or judgment which has already pronounced. The court may accept a review petition when a glaring omission or a patent mistake or like grave error has crept in the earlier by judicial fallibility. Court may accept a review petition when a glaring omission or a patent mistake or like a grave error has crept in earlier by the judicial fallibility. When a review takes place, the court will not take fresh stock of case but just correct the grave errors that has resulted in the miscarriage of justice. Also, judicial review can only correct a patent error, not a minor mistake of inconsequential import. The provision of a review is an exception. Provision of a review is an exception to the principle of the stare decisis. Principle of stare decisis binds court to follow legal precedents step by previous decision. Constitutional provision behind review petition under Article 137 of the Constitution of India. under Article 137 of the Constitution of India and the rules made under Article 145, the Supreme Court of India has the power to review its judgment pronounced by it. As per the Supreme Court rules, a review petition is to be filed within 30 days of the pronouncement of the judgment or the order, and that the petition should be circulated without oral argument. The same bench that deliver the judgment. Same bench that deliver the judgment. Who can review petition? Who can file a review petition? It is not necessary that only parties to case and seek a review of the judgment on it. As for the Civil Procedure Code, the Supreme Court rules any person aggrieved by judgment can seek a review. No oral argument by the lawyers except in death penalty cases. No oral argument by the lawyers except in the death penalty cases. A review petition would ordinarily be entertained without oral arguments by the lawyers. Okay, review petition would only entertained without oral arguments by the lawyers. It is heard through circulation by the judges in their chambers. In exceptional cases, the court allow an oral hearing. In a 2014 case, the Supreme Court held that review petition is in all death penalty case will be heard in open court by a bench of 3 judges. Who hears the review petitions? Review petition as heard as far as practicable by the same combination of judges who delivered the order or the judgment that is sought to be reviewed. If a judge or if the judge has retired or unavailable, the replacement is made keeping in mind the seniority of the judges. Should the court allow every review petition? Should the court allow every review petition? The court doesn't entertain every review petition filed. It exercises its discretion to allow a review petition. Usually, the court allow a review petition only when it shows the grounds for seeking the review. What are the grounds for seeking a review of a judgment? Supreme Court laid down 3 grounds for seeking a review petition or review verdict. Number 1, discovery of new and important matter or evidence which, after the exercise of due diligence, was not within the knowledge of the petitioner or could not be produced by him. Second one, mistake or error apparent on the face of the record. Third one, any sufficient reason that is analogous to the other 2 grounds. Union of India versus Sandur Manganese and Iron Ore Limited cases 2013-13. The court laid down 9 principles on when a review is maintainable. The court held that review is by no means an appeal in disguise, whereby an erroneous decision is reheard and corrected, but lies only for the patent error. Example of review petition recently in news: Supreme Court agreed to review its Sabrimala verdict, but refused to do so in the Rafale case. What is a review petition fails? अगर review petition fail हो गया तो the Supreme Court is the court of the last resort. You know about that? Supreme Court is the court of the last resort. Its verdict should never result in a miscarriage of justice. To prevent the abuse of its process, the court itself evolved the concept of curative petition, which can be heard after review is dismissed. The curative petition is the one of the way which can be heard after a review is dismissed. Now we are going to discussing about curative petition. Curative petition is a judicial innovation and a new concept in the Indian legal system. It is the last and the final resort to the judicial remedy of any grievances which is not normally given an open court hearing. It is the last and final resort to the judicial remedy of any grievances which is not normally given an open court hearing. The origin of the curative petition. The concept originated from 2002 case of Rupa Ashok Khurra versus Ashok Khurra and others over the question whether an aggrieved person is entitled to any relief against the final judgment or the order of the Supreme Court after the dismissal of the review petition. The court used Latin maxim, which means that an act of the court shall prejudice no one. Thus, it applies when the court is bound to undo a wrong done to a party by the act of court itself. The Supreme Court held that it is reconsidered its re-judgment in the order to prevent abuse of its process and to cure a gross miscarriage of justice. What is the constitutional provisions behind the curative petition? Curative petition is also supported Article 137 of the Indian Constitution. Curative petition is needed to provide a final recourse of the correcting any errors in the judgment where technical difficulties or other apprehensions over reopening a case prevent from reviewing judgment. Who hears the curative petition? Curative petitions are heard by the top 3 judges, including Chief Justice of India, plus the judges who dismiss the review petition. Condition for a curative petition. Supreme Court has laid down some specific condition to entertain curative petition. The petitioner has to establish that the principle of natural justice were violated. Principle of natural justice were violated and fear of the bias of the judge and judgment that adversely affected him. The petition shall state specifically that the grounds mentioned had been taken in the review petition and that it was dismissed by the circulation. A curative petition must be first circulated to a bench of 3 senior most judges and the judges who pass the concerned judgment if available. If the majority of the judges conclude that the matter next heard should be listed before the same bench, the bench at any stage of the consideration of the curative petition can ask a senior counsel to assist its amicus curiae, friend of court. Curative petition is usually decided by the judges in this chamber unless a specific requires a request for an open court hearing is allowed. The court could impose exemplary cost to the petitioner if his plea lacks merit. Now the final one, what is the mercy petition? Mercy petition is the last resort of a person when all the remedies available to him or her under the prevailing laws and the constitution are exhausted. So, the mercy petition may be filed before the President of India under the Article 72 or the Governor of the State under the Article 161. A mercy petition may be filed before the President of India under the Article 72 or the Governor of the State under the Article 161. Even though the mercy petition filed before the President or the Governor of the State, practically the decision in the petition is taken by the Council of Ministers. The petition will be treated on mercy and not on the legality of the case. However, the arbitrary decision on mercy pleas, including rejection by the President of India or the Governor, can be questioned in the court. mercy petition in death sentence cases. Mercy petition is the last resort. Mercy petition, okay, जैसा कि मैंने आपको बताया कि mercy petition is the last resort available to a convict having death sentence after all the legal and judicial remedies like review, curative are exhausted. Okay, for seeking mercy petition, the death sentence by a trial court must be confirmed by the High Court. Then the convict has an option to appeal to the Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court either refuses to hear the appeal or upholds the death sentence, then the convict or his relative can submit a mercy petition to the President of India, Article 72, or the Governor of State, Article 161. What are the grounds upon pardon can be sought? In a mercy petition, the person concerned is required to state the grounds upon pardon is sought. These grounds may not be worth considering from the legal point of view, but the grounds such as being the only bread earner of the family, the physical condition of the convict, the age or the court committing a mistake or the error inadvertently have a value while consideration by the President. Supreme Court in Kehar Singh versus Union of India 1988 case, Supreme Court in the Kehar Singh versus Union of India 1988 case held that the grant of the pardon by the President is an act of grace and cannot be claimed as a matter of right. It's not a matter of right. Very carefully. What are the constitutional provisions about it? Article 72 of the Constitution provides that the President shall have the power to grant pardon, reprieve, respite, remission of the punishment, or to suspend, remit, or commute the sentence of any person convicted of any offence. In all cases where the punishment or the sentence is by a court-martial, in all cases where the punishment or the sentence is for an offence against any law relating to a matter to which the executive power of the Union extends, in all cases where the sentence is a sentence of death. Similarly, under Article 161, the Governor has the power to grant pardons, reprieves, respites, or remission of the punishment, or to suspend, remit, or commute the sentence of any person convicted of any offence against the law relating to the matter to which the executive power of the state extends. Procedure for handling mercy petition. This is not a simple, I think this is boring would be. So, you know about that the President can return recommendation only one for reconsideration. If no change is made, the President has to sign its assent. The Constitution does not specify any time limit within which a mercy petition has to be decided. Need for a standard procedure for handling a mercy petition. There is no guidelines or written procedure that the government or the President is bound by will while processing mercy petition. There is no opportunity of a personal hearing before the authorities, and as a result, all relevant information may not be made available. Under the present scheme, there exists a possibility of two persons being treated differently despite having same grounds, such that one person getting relief or another being denied for the case of the similar nature. No prescribed procedure indicates the possibility of arbitrary exercise of the power and consequent discrimination. This is in the contravention. This is the contradict to the Article 21 and the 14 of the Constitution. In the absence of any standard procedures, there is no specific time limit to decide mercy petition. There are instances of mercy petition lying undecided with the precedent for over a decade and decade. In some cases, the convicts were able to take advantage of the delay and get their death sentence remitted on this ground. What are the international standards? International Convention on Civil and Political Rights, of which India is a party to, has a provisions against torture, cruel, inhuman and degrading treatment or punishment. Inordinate and unreasonable delay in the execution of death sentence amounts to torture, as expounded by the Supreme Court in the Shatrughan Chauhan versus Union of India case. In Shatrughan Chauhan versus Union of India case, death sentence amount as a torture. Okay. Universal Declaration of Human Rights preserve equity of all the person before the law and the equal protection of law. Overall, we discussed 4 special treatment, 4 special petition. Okay, watch this video clearly, listen it very carefully, then you will be confirm about it. Okay, thanks a lot for watching this video.